Naya Charles Onoha, and today I'm going to be walking us through how to learn and how to earn in the IT space. So, we're going to be learning and earning in the IT space. We're going to be having an overview. The things we're going to be learning today, this is the overview. We have an introduction. I'll show us how to acquire skills, how to earn selling our own knowledge, selling other people's knowledge, that's selling for other people, investing in ourselves, taking action, staying consistent, and reaping the benefits. But before that, a little introduction. My name is Enyin Naya Charles Onoha. I've been in the IT space since 2002, 2000 actually. So I've been in the IT space for over 2 decades. I have a master's in computer science and I'm a principal lecturer in the same field of computer science. I've lectured for about 16 years. I am a researcher into blockchains. That's the area I'm looking at in my PhD. I also founded 6 Point Solutions Consult Limited and I'm the CEO. I've run that business for 12 years and we are purely focused on IT. I'm a mentor of youths and I am an IT advocate. I've authored about 16 books. I'm a programmer, a web designer, and I teach people how to use apps. I'm a lover of God and I do righteous business. By way of introduction, when you are said to be educated, it simply means that you can provide for yourself. You are useful to yourself and to your environment. So anyone who is said to be educated or schooled should not be a liability but an asset. Education is beyond schooling, is beyond survival. Education is the ability to live life based on what you know and live it righteously. If you want to solve a problem, you learn. But if you want to benefit from solving a problem, that is when you earn. You can learn without earning. And yes, actually, to an extent, you can earn without learning. But if you want to solve a problem and benefit from it, it simply means that you want to learn and you want to earn. But it's also possible that you can solve a problem without benefiting from it. So, what exactly is learning? Learning is the process of acquiring new values and attitudes. It's basically a process by which humans interact and adapt to situations. Learning in IT has different fields and different aspects, and I'm going to run through a few of them. Let's start with programming. In programming, you have app and game development, you have web development. What it simply means is you learn a language called a programming language. With this language, you can instruct your computer, your phone, your laptop, your ATM, your smart devices, and tell them what to do. You control them. You learn languages like C Sharp, Python, PHP, Java, Visual Basic.net, and with this language, you have empowered yourself to be able to instruct the computer on what to do, and that is basically programming. Programmers are called developers. So you could actually use the instruction to create games, applications, or even websites. You can be a programmer. It takes you about, let's say, 3 months to a year or more, depending on which language and which aspect you are going into. We have the front end and the back end, meaning that you can do the interface, which is the front end, or you handle the back end, which involves the database and other tying concepts. Now, if you still want to handle development without writing the codes, it is called no code development or design. So you could become a website or an app designer, and in this case, you'll be achieving about the same results without going through the same process. So you already have applications that help you design the interface. All you have to do is you drag and you drop. You do not write codes. It's less stressful and it's actually faster. Use tools like Glide, AppGazer, AppSheets, Bubble. And then if you're designing websites, you use apps like WordPress, which is a content management system, your Drupal, your Joomla. I learned WordPress, Joomla, and Drupal, and currently I'm working on Concrete CMS. So I am learning how to be a no-code developer. I have learned Visual Basic. I've written codes in Java, in Python, in PHP. So I'm also a developer. Now, if you cannot handle these aspects, you could go into the video and the graphics. What it simply means here is that you'll be editing videos for people who are either into movies, course trainings, or advertisement. Now, you can also handle graphic designs for websites and social media using tools like Canva, PicArt, CapCut, InShot, Adobe Premiere, and so many of them. Now, what it entails is that you have to capture streaming media and then edit. You add sound, you add visuals, you cut off, you remove noise. Those are things you have to do. Video editing is time consuming, but the rewards are enormous. People pay you to edit videos. Why? Because most of the advertisements we see are basically tied to video. People watch video easily. In fact, there was a study I read some weeks ago. It says 91% of people on social media prefer video to other forms of media. So if you're into video and graphics, you're in a very core section of IT. All right, so the second one we'll go into is, sorry, please, digital marketing. Digital marketing and social media marketing. What it simply means is that you'll be marketing products and services online, and you'll be handling people's profiles. You'll also handle paid ads. So you could have Facebook, Google, Bing, YouTube ads, and people pay you and you do ad creatives for them. You help them to reach more people, or you help them to manage their pages, or help them to manage their profiles. And you see, you can actually learn these things by using Facebook's blueprint. Just go and Google Facebook blueprint, Google Skill Shop. You'll see that there are free courses that teach you digital marketing, free courses that teach you how to handle your SMM, your social media marketing. And you can actually learn this in as little as a month. Now, if you want to get into research and writing, I've been in academia for years. I've written journal articles, I've written papers, I've written 1 or 2 grants. And if you want to be in this field, there are a lot of people who need help. So you could begin to help them write. There are even business proposals, product descriptions, copywriting. You can write ad copies for them. And you can use apps like Grammarly, Quillbots, AI, ChatGPT, Google Sheets, citation managers, and all that. Anything that goes into research and writing. But of course, you have to be knowledgeable in the field for you to write. You also have to have a good command of the English language. So this is a bit niche specific. And then you need to know which particular field you are getting into. I can confidently write in the area of computing science and technology. I may not be able to write anything in biology or in the medical. So it depends on which aspect you are going into. Now, a closely related field is the reading and documentation. You can decide to learn how to become a proofreader, or you decide to start making CVs for people. There are people who need CVs, there are applicants, there are people who are changing jobs, there are institutions, there are profiles for businesses that you can write on LinkedIn and other social platforms. You can also do voiceover and transcriptions. People have created videos in one language and they want it in another language. You could come up, if you have a good voice, and do voiceovers for these people. You can use Adobe Podcast, you can use sound recorders, CV makers, profile creators, and be able to create all these things for these ones. It's going to take you some time to learn, but not so much. I do CV training in less than 7 days, and people actually pick it up and begin to earn from what they have learned. Now, the last 3 sections we're going to be looking at under learning: Google tools. I just mentioned 2 here, but you can use as many Google tools as you can harness. I've used Google Business, Google My Business, I've used Google Maps. I've used Google Maps to do setup on the internet. So when people search for your business, they're able to see you. I've set up 6 Point in Bida, I've set up 6 Point in Abuja, and it's on the Google map. People have paid me to come to their villages and do some Google mapping for them so that they become visible to the world. You can learn Google mapping and be able to help people to put their businesses, put their locations, their residences on the international map. You can also use Google My Business, set up shop fronts, profile setup, websites, addresses, time of opening, and all the different concepts that a business needs, and place it online. This is something you can do on your own. All you have to do is go online and Google how to do it. YouTube can help you learn these things. And then if you want to go more technical, you could get into artificial intelligence, AI, or machine learning, ML, or big data analytics, or cloud computing. Now, these ones are going to take you some extra effort. If you're just using apps, of course, you can analyze data using apps like SPSS, Excel, Python, and all that. But you will need to understand the concept of data analysis, because you'll be using these systems to predict future occurrences. You'll be using them to make core business decisions. So companies are going to be looking for you to help them analyze bulk data and be able to tell them if you're moving in the right direction or not. This is going to take you quite some time, and you'll do some really, really deep learning here. Now, irrespective of the business, irrespective of what you do, you can use apps for your own business. And I target apps utilization. So you could bring apps into anything you do. I have a friend who is good, she's a seamstress, and she's saying she wants to leave her seamstress work and get into IT. And I said, no. If you're passionate about this, you can incorporate IT into it. There's an app called TailorMate that helps you to take measurements and keep all your details and helps your productivity and proficiency. I use Loyverse for sales. I use Traction to handle my cash inflow. I use Cashbook to handle my expenses. Now, these apps help SysPoint to work so well. I issue e-receipts. I know the names of my customers. I know how many times they've bought. I know if my business is doing well or not. That's because I have apps I use in my business. So you can also, depending on what you do, your course, your field of study, your area of specialization, learn some apps and begin to teach people how these apps work in that same field. So don't say I'm not in IT, I'm not a computer person. No, you can have apps that are helping you in geography, apps that are helping you in medicine, apps that are helping you in any aspect, in agric, in any aspect that you are. So learning is not just come and learn the IT, core IT. No, you can learn tools and implement IT in your business. Now, where do you learn these things? You can learn from YouTube, you can learn from Coursera, you can learn from EDX, Udemy, Seller, Kobo Course, LinkedIn, and so many of them. Just Google them online and you see tons of free courses. Now, there are steps to learning. You have to identify your goal. What do you want? Are you learning how to program a software? Are you learning how to balance sheets? Are you learning how to handle finances? Then choose your resources. Don't say you don't have a laptop. Don't you have a phone? Even if you don't have a phone, do you have access to someone who does? What resources do you have? Are you the kind of person who cannot handle online courses? Choose the offline ones that you can handle. Now break it down. Things get manageable when you break them down, and then practice consistently. Don't do 5 times today and then disappear for 2 weeks. 30 minutes every day, 15 minutes every day. If you are consistent, you will see, you will begin to understand what you're learning, and then find a community that helps you grow. I have a community called Challenge Circle. I have over 700 people who are interested in IT, and it is an active community on WhatsApp. You can join communities like this that will encourage you. You see people who are doing things, people who are not just sitting down and looking around. They are bringing up challenges every day, and it spurs you to do better. So aside learning, you also have to earn. So if you've learned how to solve a problem, how do you earn from it? Earning simply means you acquiring a form of financial gain. Process of exchanging value for work, for your time, for your resources. And most times what we term value is measured in units of money. So earning simply is a process of getting something for what you have or what you do. And there are different ways you can earn. I'll be showing us 2 different ways. You can earn by selling your knowledge, and you can earn by selling other people's knowledge. If you are going to earn by selling your knowledge, you can create online courses. I've created online courses on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Google Drive. You can have courses on YouTube Live, on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube. I've even hosted my course on system.io. I have 1 or 2 special apps I use in hosting courses. But you can host your course on StakeCourt, on Udemy, Coursera, EDX, anything you know. You can structure it to a course and push it out there. One of my courses I did some years ago earned me over ₦1 million in a year from what I did in that course. And it was simply from a free seminar I structured into a course of 10 chapters, and I sold it, and people bought that course, and I earned money. Now, if you don't want to go through the hassles of online courses, you can actually have your ebooks, right? You can write whatever you are thinking. You can document it and structure it in such a way that people will read them. Some people are not fans of online courses. They prefer to sit with their books in their quiet and learn at their pace. I'm one of such people, even though I go through online courses, video courses. But you can have ebooks, workbooks, diaries, guidebooks. You can use apps like Canva and Designer and use them to create wonderful books. Your books may not be more than 10, 20 pages, little books that people can read and save themselves from a lot of trouble and learn a lot of things. And you can host these books on Amazon, Okada Books. I have a book on Amazon. I have on Okada Books. I have over 14 books on Seller. And I am pushing and publishing and selling these books. You also can write your own ebook. Whatever you know, there's someone out there who needs to know it. All you need to know is structure it and place it in such a way that somebody will be able to access that information through an ebook. Okay, you can also sell your knowledge via memberships and service groups. Now, for memberships, like I mentioned, I have a WhatsApp group and it's more like a membership. For you to belong to the membership, to that group, you have to pay a gate fee of 1,000 naira, a one-time fee. That fee is just to discourage people from just falling into the groups. But I have a core membership group that costs about 20,000 naira a year, and you have over 8 to 10 premium apps that you don't have to pay for. We have paid for it, but it's a shared app. So you come in to share. You share Quillbot, Grammarly, Canva, AI CV Maker, quite a number of them that wouldn't make sense for you to purchase on your own. And you'll be able to have access to this because you belong to a membership. So if you have knowledge, you can create a group, and because you dish out value in that group, people will pay you to be members of that group. Now you can also sell your services. Sometimes when I'm asked to design a website or solve a problem and I'm in a remote location, I use tools like AnyDesk and I'm able to outsource my services and fix whatever system it is from a remote location. If you also have services that are not that hard, physical services, you can go online and sell your services on freelance websites like Freelancer, Legit, Upwork, Fiverr, and Co. And these websites will pay you even in dollars. Of course, they will take their cut and give you yours. So whatever knowledge you have, you can package it as a service or push out that value as a membership, and people will purchase from you. All right, now let's take it that you don't even have knowledge to sell. Can you still earn? Of course. Remember, I said you can earn without learning. Now, one of the ways is to become an affiliate. Who is an affiliate? Is someone who markets and sells other people's products and gets a commission for it. So you can go to websites like StakeCut, Udemy, Coursera, Seller, pick their courses, pick the books. I'm not saying you remove their names and change their identity. No, you sell on their behalf and they give you a commission. Some people give as much as 50% commission for any item you sell for them. So if you become an affiliate, you can do that. I've been an affiliate for some courses and people have been affiliates for my own courses. But there has to be something you are selling, either a service or a product. You can also go on to sell products, even physical products, via dropshipping or e-commerce. What it simply means is you sell products without storing them, without even seeing them. You could go to Jumia and you see Jumia sells physical products, same as Konga, AliExpress. You go there, pick the pictures of the items you like, advertise it. When people say, oh, I like this, and they pay you, you go to those websites, pay the website and enter the details, the shipping address of your client, and the items will be shipped to your clients or your customers. You can use Shopify, WooCommerce, build your own store. There are even free e-commerce setups you can have online from Wix, from WordPress, and from one or two of them, WooCommerce. You can use them to set up your own store. Even Seller has that, and then you'll be able to drop ship other people's products and get a commission for that. Now you can also do virtual service hiring. You can market and sell other people's services and make money from it. I buy Zoom for a month and I lease out my Zoom. I pay monthly and people pay me hourly. And I also help people set up their Zoom. Zoho also has virtual meetings, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. In fact, Google Meet has a one-time payment, and it also has, I think, 1 hour free. Zoom is 40 minutes free. So you could even set up free meetings for people and they will pay you for these services. Now, as they pay Zoom, you will also get your own cut based on what your business and marketing strategy is. So you can begin to sell knowledge that doesn't even belong to you, because you have people who have access to you and do not have access to those who have the knowledge. So you become a channel to get to those people. Now, where can you earn? Where can you earn? You can earn on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on StakeCut, Udemy, Skillshare, anywhere on social media. It depends on your strategy and who your audience are, but you can earn anywhere you are. So you don't need any special setup before you start earning. There are some steps to earning. You need to identify your skills and your experience. This will help you determine the kind of work you do and how much money that you're going to be earning. Then you also explore earning opportunities. Don't just sit down and say, this doesn't work for me. I don't like IG. I don't like Facebook. Telegram is too. No. Try out earning opportunities and see how they work out. Then develop a plan. Develop a plan. Don't just sit down. Begin to outline all the things you can do, the things you have done, the people you have worked for, so that when people come to you and you show them your plan, you also mention what you have achieved. Remember, in the beginning, I introduced myself as a facilitator and I pushed out a number of things that I'm into. That will give you some level of trust to listen to the person and to cause people to listen to you. Then you take action. You don't just wait for opportunities to come. You say, I've been advertising on my status, nobody has bought. Enter their DMs. Send them emails. Ask them if they need this. Push out. When people are commenting on social media, say something that is relevant and people will see that you are taking action and come for you. And then over time, you need to track your progress and then adapt. If something is not working for you, change it. If something is not working for you, change it. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Learn, and adapt. And if you keep doing that, you see that your earning is going to keep getting better. Take action. Don't just sit down. Faith without works is dead. That's what John 2:14 says. It's not enough for you to gather knowledge. You have to do something with it, and you have to do it now. Many of us are where we are because we didn't start last week. We didn't start last year. This is an opportunity for you to start. Ask questions. How can I do this? Check where your interest is and take action. 22:29 of Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 29 says, "Hear thou a man diligent in his business." To be diligent means that you have taken action and you are consistent in your path of action. It means that you will, and it says that you will not stand before mean men. No, you won't. Take note, that scripture didn't say, "Sear down a born again man." No, sear down a man. Any man who sows is entitled to reaping. Please take action as the seed you are sowing, and you will begin to see how much you are going to reap. In the next video, I'll just show you a few things I've done online, and I hope it will encourage you to do something of your own. I am still Engineer Charles Onoha, and I am your IT guy. I'm the person you talk to when you need to earn in IT. I'm the person you need to talk to when you need a laptop, a computer, a gadget, or you have issues with computers. If you're talking to me, you know you're talking to the right person. Thank you for listening, and I hope you've learned a lot.